What's up, you guys? Thank you for dropping into this episode of Hobby Drop. Today we are taking a look at the Dlux Fab servo behind the axle mount for the AR44 straight axles, okay? Now, there's only two other videos that I've ever found that give a good breakdown on these, and unfortunately they're not in English, okay? So I'm excited to bring this video to you guys. Today we're going to be on the rocks. I'm going to show you the benefits that this bad boy makes, but we're going to start off hitting the bench so I can show you what it takes to set it up and the logistics of it and all that good stuff. So we're going to walk through that, and then we're going to come out here, hit some trails, hit some lines that were never before done until I had this upgrade done. So we'll be back in a minute.
All right, you guys, welcome in. Okay, so here is what we're working with. Now, it's crazy. Like, looking at this now, it is just empty. Like, I got this battery strap. That's one thing. No good place for a battery right now. But check this out, okay? Completely open up here, right? Before, that area was filled with components. You had the servo, you had your braces and all that. Now, we've just got the bumper acting as a support and one cross brace right there. So everything else is now below the tires. Okay, so let's get into this a little bit more. All right, so you can see we've got the bracket mounted right here to the axle. Okay, it has a bolt that comes through here on, so it's just one bolt right there, and that's it. Okay, now if you look, it is super close from my drive line to the servo, but this is a large servo, so I actually had to tilt my axle forward to get that guy to sit above the links. I didn't want my servo hanging down and hitting. So I actually had to tip the axle forward and then shift my knuckles back to compensate. So that was a little weird, something I had to do. If your servo wasn't so big, like the X2 direct power, then you may not have to deal with that. But you can see, you can mount your servo on either side, and that really just depends on what your drive shaft is doing. So you get rid of your servo brace, panhard, and then you have to add a fourth link, right? So that was a big battle, and I ended up going to the outside because of where my motor is. There's no space, as you can see. So we ran to the outside, and the links just connect right here onto the mount, and then they can run nicely to the outside. So not too bad. I did have to cut up my sliders, which made me sad, but with the work of a Dremel, it really wasn't a big deal. Okay, in the kit, I ordered it with the link here. I didn't want to have to fiddle with the steering link, so I went ahead and ordered it. Now, the steering link is tiny, but you know, I haven't had any issues yet. So that's really it, you guys. It's not super complicated, but what it does is it keeps everything super low. Like this has been awesome. So if you guys have any questions about the Dlux servo behind the axle or on axle or whatever mount, hit me up, drop them in the comments. I'll try and answer as many questions as I can, and just put you guys at ease. Go ahead and order this thing, dude. It is awesome. It keeps everything below the tires. Super cool. So that's all we got. Roll the tape.
So you guys, I seriously was blown away at what this thing could do once I did this. Now, if I didn't end up mentioning it in the build series just before this, this thing could never side hill this well. Okay, I've got what you could call a hard body. It's a 3D printed body, so it is heavier than Lexan. And I could never set the tires and like stand the truck up on its tires, you know, like completely parallel. And now I can. And what that allows me to do is get some crazy side hill going. Okay, so this first obstacle, I showed you a little bit of side hill there, but I want to show you guys it also improved the uphill climbing. Okay, so this obstacle, I got to get set up for it, I couldn't get before. It was just a little too tippy. But now, let's see if I can get it for you. This is first try since the other weekend. So right here it gets super light. But if we catch the ledges just right, this is doable. Now, this is the same setup, you know, like nothing else has changed except for what I had to change to get this mount set up. Okay, so let's get that rear, or that other side needs to chillax a little bit. So another crazy thing is the flex. Whew. The flex that we got was substantial. Now, it was already pretty good, but now it's like even more. Okay, so right there, that was the line. Okay, so you can see how difficult this is, but it is possible now. Used to not be possible. Okay, the side hilling. Now, side hilling is really what made me want to do this upgrade. I knew the truck was lacking in side hill ability. Vertical capabilities, this truck already did quite well. Better than a lot of other rigs. But the side hilling, it struggled. So we're going to put this truck to the test. Now, this right here is a part of the Dixie Traverse. And the goal of this is to stay as low as possible on this ledge. So we're going to let the rear drop off right here. Okay. Now we're going to turn into it and begin to work our way down even more. Okay, so this right here, not possible before. This was way too sideways, the truck would be off the edge. Like, look at that rear axle right now. Oh, what the heck? My back wheel is loose. You gotta be kidding me. Look at this. Bonehead ain't tightening stuff down all the way. That's me. Okay, so now here's a crazy part right here. Look at this transition. Coming into a big old drop. Now what's cool is I got this first try the other day, but I wasn't filming. So we'll see. Staying planted on that downhill. Let's see if we can make this happen. Getting sideways. But Look at that, dude. Okay. Not possible before this upgrade. And then we're going to turn it up and we'll finish out the line just for funsies. Even though the remainder of the line isn't necessarily difficult. But it completes it, right? So we're going to work our way up this crack. And out the top, we got the G8 trenchers hooking up nicely. All right, and then last but certainly not least, we have a nasty V crack right here. Now, honestly, I had never tried this crack before the upgrade, but I am almost certain that it would not have been possible because it was barely even possible with the upgrade. Alright, I got myself into a nasty spot here. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got balanced up there, and then we got a weird transition. We gotta work our way around. There it is. But the crowning obstacle of this notch is the straight wall at the end. Now I've seen it be done by a reaper, but that reaper had a lot bigger wheelbase than what I do. So we're gonna see if I can get this. Now, the first time I tried this obstacle, I was like, what am I even supposed to do? Because we're literally headed straight uphill. But what I need to do is get my rear leveled out. So going in reverse, getting it leveled out, keep turning, still backing up here. Let's get it leveled up. Alright, that's looking better right there. So with the rears being leveled out, let's try this again. Okay, this is the last obstacle. I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. I mean, hopefully this video helped because, like, as I was doing my research to decide if this is the one for me, like, there was no information on it. I was like, what the heck? So hopefully, oh, I need that tire to dip up there. Oh. So if you enjoyed it, go ahead, give the video a like, and subscribe for more content like this if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time. I'm gonna outro here, but I'm gonna battle this little crack more. So let's see if we can get this. I'm bummed. My very first attempt on this obstacle went better than this. That happens sometimes though. Yeah, man, this has been a cool upgrade. Like, a lot of benefits to it. No more of the, like, truck getting thrown off on when you turn too sharp. Binding up the servo right there. Don't like that. Well, battery burnt out? I don't know. I'm not sure what just happened.